Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we talked with five black jewel miners who started the protest in Harlan County, now in its third week. And a Harlan County family is now without a home after a suspected arson case. Plus, 17 people are facing charges after a drug roundup in Laurel County.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock on Wednesday, August the 14th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. Well, yesterday, some of us got in on a little bit of rain action, and that was okay because it's brought down to some reasonable temperatures today, but we won't look at those temps all day long. Let's bring in Brandon to give us a breakdown of just what to expect. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning. We're in the upper 60s and low 70s right now. I only expect to get into the low 80s today, maybe some mid 80s if you're lucky, but the humidity, that's the thing you're going to notice. It's going to start to slide. It's going to feel much cooler by the end of the day. Let's take a look, see what's going on this morning. The name of the game is fog once again over McKee. It's been fogged in pretty much all night there. Low visibility, Moorhead, London, Jonesville. Those are the spots we're seeing right now. But of course, dense fog is around parts of the area this morning. A few clouds, a few spots that could see some sunshine as we head deeper in the morning there, but also some chances for some scattered showers and storms. Not a great chance, but a chance as that cold front continues to push through the region. Upper 60s and low 70s as mentioned. Even Jacksboro now down to the low 70s there, so temperatures dropping a little bit. Heading for about 83 this afternoon as the skies gradually clear. Those chances for rain best this morning, but could be around throughout the day in scattered form. The rest of the forecast is on the way here in just a few minutes. Will?
All righty, Brandon, we'll stand by for that. Thank you. Well, the miners protesting Black Jewel in Harlan County will go down as a page in the coal mining history books. But the five men who first stepped onto the track say that that was not their intention. They just felt like they were doing what was right. Our Connor James sat down with all five and talked to them about the pivotal moment they started to block the train and what will come next.
This camp, set up along US 119 in Cumberland, is now a second home to many. Made up of mostly coal miners and their families, it was built more than 2 weeks ago. Built after these five miners saw a train trying to leave with coal they mined, work they hadn't been paid for.
You're going to sit here and still try to take from my family and all these other guys' families. Secretly, like you were trying to get away with this.
You know the story from there. A protest started and is still ongoing. The five, Jeff Willig, Chris and Dalton Lewis, Blake Watts, and Chris Sexton, collectively have put more than a half-century of work into the mines.
It's not an easy job. It's not something that a lot of people want to do. It's ever-going challenging, and basically you're digging your own grave.
Among the five, Chris and Dalton are a father-son duo.
You know, there's a lot of pride that comes with coal mining, and I'm proud of Dalton.
Those two are moving this week to Alabama for new mining jobs. The camp has become more to them, though, than stopping a train.
And even though there's days, because there's days, I guarantee everyone right here sitting with me right now can say, are we really going to win? You know, that has probably crossed their minds. And, you know, we just continue to fight. We haven't given up.
They vowed to keep the camp until every Black Jewel miner is paid. There's currently various efforts to secure all the pay the miners are owed.
Never be afraid to stand up for something, because if you back down, then what do you achieve?
But until that money is in their bank accounts, they say the camp will stand.
And that's another thing. Be unified when you stand for against something like this. Stand up for what's right, you know.
Now, Copper Glow Mining has pledged $1 million to the miners. Lawyers for the miners are trying to secure additional money through the purchase. The miners recently got access to their 401k funds. Now, as miners continue to sit on the tracks in Cumberland, they and their families see help continue to pour in. The Christian Appalachian Project brought in between $75,000 and $80,000 worth of goods to give to the miners in this time of need. As the men and their families still await their paychecks, they say help like this is incredible.
Hopefully that someday we can return the favor to them. I mean, we're all neighbors. We're supposed to help our neighbors when we see that they're in trouble. And that's exactly what they're doing. I mean, they're helping everybody out. They just saw us as somebody in trouble that needed help.
It took 4 truckloads to get the goods to Harlan County. Meanwhile, another coal company announced a job fair last night. Blackhawk Mining says it will host a job fair tomorrow in Comfort, West Virginia. They say they have multiple positions available. We have all the details you need to know about applying on our website over at WYMT.com. In Harlan County, a family is now without a home after a suspected arson case. Kentucky State Police say everyone made it out of the house without getting hurt. WYMT's Katie Cook talked to neighbors who witnessed the house burn.
People in the Sunshine community of Harlan County woke up early Tuesday morning,
I walked out on the porch and then seen the house on fire.
watching their neighbor's house be consumed by flames.
Yeah, there was flames everywhere.
A house that belonged to not just a neighbor, but a friend.
Yeah, I know her ever since she was a baby.
Kentucky State Police say they suspect someone might be responsible for starting the fire.
Our post-level arson investigator responded to the scene this morning, try to collect some evidence.
Neighbors say there were children living in the house at the time, and everyone made it out okay.
And she had 3 little children. All of a sudden you heard a big boom. The whole front side of her house blew outwards.
The fire spreading to houses nearby.
We woke up the different neighbors, getting them to get out of their houses because the flames were coming across the road.
Now police are conducting interviews and seeing if neighbors have surveillance video to find out exactly what happened to this place a family once called home. In Harlan County, Katie Cook, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Kentucky State Police said someone was arrested at the scene yesterday morning, but on unrelated charges. Meanwhile, 2 people face charges in a Laurel County truck theft. Deputies arrested 58-year-old Daskell Gray and 57-year-old Brandon Gray. Authorities were looking for a stolen truck and got a call Sunday after the truck's owner spotted it. Deputies found Daskell Gray with the truck's bed and trailer hitch. Monday morning, deputies found Brandon Gray hiding in the same garage. Daskell Gray is charged with receiving stolen property. Brandon Gray is charged with theft by unlawful taking. 17 people are facing charges after a drug roundup in Laurel County. It comes after a months-long investigation dubbed Operation Crystal Mountain that involved several agencies. Chelsea Jones tells us what goes into a large operation like this one.
The most recent drug bust in Laurel County has landed 17 people in jail.
It was definitely a success, and we've already started back preparing for another roundup in the real near future.
Laurel County deputies teamed up with local and federal agencies to target people selling crystal meth. Sheriff John Root says undercover agents spent 3 months investigating before making yesterday's arrest. He tells us agents gathered intel when buying meth from 16 of the suspects. The other suspect was arrested on unrelated charges. Agents also executed a search warrant at a residence off of Brown Lane in London. There they found money, meth, pipes, scales, snorting straws, and plastic pouches.
I made a pledge, like when I ran for sheriff 9 years ago, that the first day that we would start working on drugs, and it's discouraging to see that, it still goes on, and I'm sure when I'm long gone, it'll still be happening, but as long as I'm here, we're going to continue to do the things that we did yesterday.
The sheriff hopes this roundup sends a message. He says the goal is to get as many drugs off the street as possible.
My message to the people that's thinking about selling meth or that is selling meth, they better sleep with one eye open because we're coming for them.
I'm Chelsea Jones, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, those arrested in the drug roundup are being held in Laurel and Knox County facilities. Well, a Clay County man with multiple warrants for his arrest is now in jail. Deputies arrested 45-year-old George Robinson Monday night. The arrest came following an anonymous tip that Robinson was spotted at the Save-A-Lot on South Highway 421. When officers arrived, they searched the area and eventually found Robinson hiding in a closet. Robinson is facing several charges, including criminal mischief and theft. In Clay County, deputies found part of a stolen truck Monday night. They found the cab hidden in some bushes. Here's a look at it. They say it belonged to a red Dodge Dakota. In their Facebook post, deputies say the truck was reported stolen. Anyone with information on who might have taken it can call the sheriff's department. Crews were out testing part of a gas pipeline yesterday in Casey County. The line is part of the one that exploded nearly 2 weeks ago in Lincoln County. Enbridge Crews, the company that owns the line, is working to restore natural gas in the area following the explosion. That explosion killed one woman, and destroyed 5 homes. Federal investigators have left the area, but Enbridge investigators remain on site. The area is still off limits to the public.
The word we've used all summer long, it seems like, back again this morning, fog. Let's take a look at the visibility numbers and see what's going on. And you can see very foggy conditions in Moorhead, London, and in Jonesville. But again, just sensors there at the airport, some of those in the higher elevations not picking up all the fog that is around the areas. Just be careful this morning. Temperatures upper 60s, low 70s, depending on where you are. Muggy for sure, because we are in the 70s, 60s, and 70s with dew points, and that means it's air you can wear. But air temperatures are actually a little cooler this morning in most locations. The humidity will start to go down as well as we get deeper in the day. Your appcast, again, spotty chances for showers and storms, mostly cloudy skies early, partly cloudy skies late, and maybe some sunshine as we head deeper into the afternoon and evening hours. Will?
All righty, Brandon. Well, thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Later, we take a closer look at the safety measures being introduced in Kentucky schools this year. And Breathitt County Schools is looking for drivers as they face a shortage starting the new school year.